So normally when I do these Strat-O-Matic matchups, I try to look for the best of the best. The best teams, the most important matchups, the best of rosters, the most exciting fun, etc., etc. This week, we're doing something totally different, and I feel like this is a good time to do it. How about all of that in reverse? That's right. We got ourselves a true toilet bowl game here, and I figured now would be the time to see how this all worked out. And boy, oh boy, did the NFC South not only gift us with two such teams, but they're also just so happen to be playing each other too. Oh, this is going to be good for all the wrong reasons, so sit back, relax, and get ready to laugh. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints facing off in the latest chat round of Strat-O-Matic. Wait, these teams aren't good enough for me to be yelling that, so we'll just call it Strat-O-Matic football. Sorry, you two are in the gutter. You don't deserve that kind of excitement. Howdy folks, Morgoth the Barbarian here, and welcome to week 10 of our Strat-O-Matic football playthrough. And today we've got ourselves a good one. And by good, I mean good at being bad. We have two of the worst teams in our role playthrough going on right now. On one side is the Atlanta Falcons, who are tied for the worst record in the roll through right now at 1-7. Right now, there are two other teams with that same record, the Giants and Bears. But yeah, the Falcons currently sit at a very miserable 1-7 right now. Next stop for them is the New Orleans Saints, who are not doing any better, who only are sitting at 2-6. And yet, the bizarre part about this, and you'll see this in the recap segment, both teams are still in play in the NFC South. I mean, the leader is 4-4 right now, Tampa Bay. That just goes to show you how pathetic that whole division has been. And yet I got to give a playoff spot to one of them because that's how this works. Ouch. Well, you know what? It is what it is, so I guess technically the winner of this game gets a little boost, but come on already. These are two of the worst teams out here, so I figured it'd be very humorous to play out this bad football game. Also, both these teams hate each other too, apparently, supposedly. So there is that added incentive. So we'll see how this all comes out here. So I'm going to get myself set up here, and before I do that, let's recap what happened in Week 9, including last week's divisional matchup we saw, and how these two teams got stuck in this position in the first place. Well, at least based upon what we saw for last week. So, with that being said, roll that footage. No, it may not be as beautiful as it appears to be. Alright, we are all set over here and ready to go. So just so we're aware, the Falcons get to be in red, which is part of their color scheme, so that works out. Saints are in green. Doesn't exactly work out as much, but we'll take it. So, anyways, the Falcons are the visitors, so they'll call evens. Nope! And the Saints will actually take the ball to start to begin the game in kind of a weird situation, but we'll let it happen, so all right, brace yourselves. Falcons, Saints. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. All right, so Saints get the ball. All right, we'll put it at 15, and we're off. And the opening kickoff, 8 yards in the back of the end zone to the number 1 back. What does it say? 21, so the Saints will, for some reason, decide to take it out and only bring it up to the 13. All right, brilliant strategy. Let's see how well it works out for them. So this game's already gone very well. So, meanwhile, here's the Saints starting lineup here. Andy Dalton is the quarterback. Wrong NFC South team, but whatever. That's how this works in the 2022 card set. Raheem Shaheed is the split. They're bringing in Jarvis Landry in as the slot man. Alvin Kamara is the running back. Juwan Johnson is our tight end. And Chris Olave is the flanker. Oop. All right, where was I? All right, 1st and 10 here. Oh, we got to get this off. There we go. All right, Saints will start with a running play. 5 on an off tackle. Oh, God, really? That's how this game is starting, with a fumble roll. All right, let's see. All right, Kamara does lose 2 yards indeed, and it's a fumble already. No, I believe the Saints are getting it back. Yep. Good thing, too, because I rolled an X, so Atlanta would have had a shot at a return there, but thankfully nothing happens. All right, so Kamara immediately loses 2 on the first play of the game and fumbles it, but thankfully nothing happened. So someone on the Saints must have gotten it back, but that is a bizarre way to start this game. I told you there was going to be some bad football, and here we go. Grady Jarrett forced that fumble, by the way. I was just looking that up to see who did it. And again, very fortunate because I rolled an X, which would have meant an instant return. So thank God that ended up being a recovery by the Saints. Meanwhile, it's 2nd and 12. Let's try Kamara again and see if that's just a... Okay, so now let me get this straight. We go from a fumble roll to an interception roll. Okay, this game is going great. Fortunately, it's just 2 or 12. Well, there's a 2, but nah, that doesn't count. Incomplete. Dalton was looking for Kamara. Trying to make up for what just happened, and it didn't work out too well. All right, 3rd and 12. My goodness, this is already going great. And we were just barely starting this game. 8 on a short. Oh, would you look at that? Chris Olave gets 12 yards in the first. All right, so now it's Atlanta's turn to start making dumb mistakes. That's cool. All right, so Olave gets 12. He gets the first, and we're back to 1st and 10. All right. And we got an injury roll and a 25-yard gain. Really? Wow. Okay, that's kind of sad. All right, so it's a 25-yard gain for Juwan Johnson, of all people. My goodness, that is not good for Atlanta's defense. Giving up that long completion. And oh, by the way, there's also an injury roll for them. Let's make this even worse, shall we? 3-4 is what they play. 9 and 11. So down goes their right inside linebacker for 3 games. Ouch. So hold on a minute. Let me try to find out who that is. Give me just a second here to try to process all this. Rashaan Evans, I'm sorry, but you're going to be suffering an injury. Oh, well. That's football. 1st and 10. So we resume the game here. 5 yards for Kamara. That's a lot better than what happened the last time. Okay, he'll take that. 2nd down and 5. 7 on a flat. And Kamara is going to bust out for a short gain of about 14. All right, this is not going well for the Falcons here. All right, 1st and 10 here. And they're getting a little bit panicked about their pass defense. And sure enough, that's where New Orleans is going. 10 on a short. Incomplete. Dalton was looking for Olave there. 2nd down. They'll let this go because they're more concerned about the pass, apparently. Okay. Oops, forgot to set this. 7 on an off tackle. Just 2 yards for Kamara there. We have ourselves a 3rd down and 8. They're definitely in field goal range, by the way, just so we're all clear. 5 on a flat. And it's just a 4 yards completion to Juwan Jennings as he steps out of bounds. Let me just impute that in. We got ourselves a 4th down here. And 4. I've been having success. A lot of success. Let's keep it going, shall we? I'm going for it. 4th and 4. Saints decide to go for it because they've been having a lot of success for the air, and they'd like to see if they can keep that going. 5 on a flat. And good news, they do get the 4 just barely. 1st down. They needed 4. They got precisely 4. It is Olave on that one. All right, that was close. All right, 1st and 10. New Orleans is trying to get cute, but Atlanta sees this coming. 5 on a short, and Dalton's going to have to take off and run. Oh, God. He will get knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets 9. So Andy Dalton doing some running. That's unusual. All right, well, we'll happily take that. 2nd down, Atlanta still doesn't see this coming. 10 on an off tackle. No gain for Alvin Kamara. So we're left with 3rd and 1 here. 8 on a flat to the receiver with a penalty, and that's to Jarvis Landry, who would have 6 unless the refs say otherwise. Nope, number 7. Ugh. Illegal procedure against the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty. Make it a 3rd and 6 now. Bummer. All right, 3rd and 6. And we're going to get 7 from Olave and another 1st. They needed 6. They got 7. Excellent. All right, 1st and 10, and Atlanta's actually going to switch to the run this time. Sure enough, they somehow guessed correctly. Fumble roll. So 2 through 7 or a 12. That's an 8, so thankfully it's just a 1-yard loss. Okay, nothing happened. But Kamara's not doing very well on the ground. All right, 2nd and 11. They're actually going to miss this off-tackle run. 11. Kamara's going to get 9 as he gets knocked out of bounds at the 4. Okay, that's better. We have ourselves a 3rd and 2. Landry's out. Trotman's in, and I got to make a couple slight adjustment there since Trotman's a true tight end. Okay, there we go. 3rd and 2. I'm going to look for Johnson anyways. 7. He gets 7, but he needed 4 for the touchdown. Okay, there we go. First score of the game just like that. Dalton hooks up with Juwan Johnson for the TD. The extra point from Will Lutz. Oh, okay, it's just a X or it's good. Oh, that's the only way it won't be good. Maybe. Opponent number 4. Never mind, it's good. And that one will be enforced in the kickoff here. So, Saints do manage to score on a methodic opening drive. Capped off with a 4-yard TD pass from Dalton to Juwan Jennings. And it's 7-0 just like that. Meanwhile, I got to see what this penalty is for the purposes of this. Meanwhile, they were offside, so I got to enforce that on the kickoff. So, whoopsies. All right. Yeah, very methodical drive. Atlanta's pass defense isn't good, apparently, so we'll have to keep our eyes peeled on that. All right, kickoff. Remember, I'm adding 5 to whatever this is. To the 9, so Atlanta actually gets it from the 4 instead of the 9, okay. Number 1 back. Wait a minute now. It's going to, oh, thank God it's to the number 1 back or instead of the number 2. If it was the 2, Cordell Patterson, it would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's a 30-yard return since it's being returned by Avery Williams. So, whew. So, yeah, New Orleans just low-key dodged one there. Speaking of Atlanta, here's their starting lineup. Marcus Mariota is the quarterback for this team. Drake London is unfortunately unavailable. He got injured. So we're going to have to settle for the Miri Bird as the split for this one. I'm going to have Kyle Pitts be the tight end. Tyler Algier is the running back. Omade Zacharias will be the flanker in this case. Yeah, London would have been the split, but he is not available, unfortunately. And I'm going to bring in the blocking back Pruitt to start us off here. Because Atlanta likes to run the football. All right, they have it at the 34, so give me just a minute here. Oh, these things left a split on me. All right, do we have everything? Yes, sir. Okay, we're good. All right, 1st and 10. Seven, and Algier only gets a yard to start us off. All right, 2nd and 9. All right, Atlanta loves to run the football, so of course both teams kind of figured it was coming. 6 on an off tackle. It's a 4-yard gain for Algier. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 5. All right, Kyle Pitts, don't fail me now. 7. He did not fail me now because it's a short gain of 14, but let's see if it holds. Oh, it's holding all right. All right, 1st down. Kyle Pitts for 14. Believe me when I say this, but they're going to need him, all things considered. So Mariota with a 14-yard completion to Kyle Pitts, and we've got ourselves a 1st and 10 here. Whoop. And it's a fumble! Delay a game. Morgoff for being an idiot for dropping his dice. 5 yards. Get out of here. No, I'm just kidding. All right, 1st and 10. And we've now elevated it to a personal foul penalty for just constantly dropping your dice for no reason. Okay, 1st and 10. There, we're good. Jeez. All right, sorry about that. Meanwhile, it's 9 yards for Algier if this holds. It won't. Number 3. Probably going to be a holding, so 10 yards. Penalty incoming. Oh, yeah, holding indeed. 10 yards, and yeah, sorry. Now it's 1st and 20. Have fun. 1st and 20. You know what? This might call for. I'm going to try something. There's no rule that says, like, you know what? Kadarius Hodge is my only other receiver, so we're going to do it. All right, 1st and 20 here. There, now we got the play off. Oh, man. Speaking of going off, wrong way, Kadarius Hodge. It's a loss of a yard. Yeah, let's make this even worse than it already is. So now it's 2nd and, yes, 21. Not ideal at all. 8. keep looking on the wrong one. It's a 5-yard gain on the end run for Algier. All right, 3rd and 16 is a bit more manageable, but I don't like it. I'm going to have to go with the Zacchaeus here. 9 on a short. There's a potential penalty. It's going to Zacchaeus. He gets nothing because it's incomplete. And that's exactly how that's going. Incomplete. Mariota was looking for Zacchaeus and found nothing. That would have been Drake London's spot, but alas, no. All right, I guess Bradley Pinion is going to have to punt it. A 47-yard punt. 2-6. Returned by the gain of, for number 1 back from the gain of nothing. They're caught at the 6. Okay, that I guess is a silver lining there, but yeah. That did not go the way I think the Falcons planned. That holding penalty really kicked them out, so that's, I guess, where we're going to leave off. 7-0 Saints with 5.5 remaining. And as soon as I put this away, we're skipping ahead to the next bit of footage. So roll it! And hopefully I don't drop any more dice or something like that. Otherwise, I'm penalizing myself 15 yards for shenanigans. Oh, here we go. 2 through 7 or a 12. And there it is, and it's intercepted! Picked off! 44 from the 41. Let's see what this yields. That's probably going to get me no return, and I believe that is correct. Yep, no return on that interception. Mariota was looking for Zacchaeus on that one. But unfortunately, he did not find Zacchaeus. He instead found Paulson Adebo, who picks that one off, and the Saints will get the ball back at the 41 of their own 41, that is. That was not a great ideal, or good, or both, honestly. Whoopsies! So there's your first turnover of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man. Oh, Falcons, why did you have to do that? That's just bad. All right, 7-0. Saints now have the ball at their own 41 with 3.5 remaining. Oh, dear. Falcons' defense is getting torched right now. 1st and 10 as the Saints have it from inside the red zone. 2 on an off tackle. Short gain. This could actually be a touchdown, but it would have to be a 2, 3, or 4. There it is, but what's the penalty? Hold on. Nothing there, so it's a touchdown! Alvin Kamara from 18 yards out. Bam! Manages to get a run-off tackle, makes a few defenders miss, and dives for the pylon and makes it in. For his first touchdown of the game, extra point is good, but never mind. Oh, dear. False start, so now I have to treat this like a field goal. Oh, that's just wonderful. All right, so now I have to treat this like an actual field goal here. So Lutz is now going to have to roll. Let's see. All right, Lutz might miss this one. And because of the false start, he does in fact miss it. Ugh. So the extra point is sadly no good there because of that penalty. Otherwise, he would have had it. That's the only way the Saints can miss extra points. Otherwise, Lutz is perfect. So sadly, the Saints will have to settle for a 13-0 lead. But you know what? They'll take it. Alvin Kamara with a beautiful 18-yard run, TD run, makes up for the fumble he had earlier on the first play of the game, which, again, No harm, no foul for that. But yeah, that was an impressive run, nevertheless, from him. So 13-0 Saints as we're about to enter the second quarter. Falcons, you got to fix yourselves here. I don't want to blow out, but we're heading in that direction. We have a 4th and 5 here. It is in Will Lutz's field goal range. He did miss an extra point earlier, albeit it was off a penalty. His odds are 2 for 6 and a 12 at this point. You know what? I've been having my way so much, I'm going for it. All right, 4th and 5. We're doing this. We're doing this. Come on, we need 5 yards. To the receiver, to Juwan Johnson. I think that's no, incomplete. That's what I thought. Turnover on downs. Dalton was looking for his tight end, and he found air. And by that, which means he threw an incompletion. So that is unfortunately going to be a turnover on downs for the Saints. And the Falcons do get the stop after all, finally. So Saints look like they had a good drive going, and then that happened. Oopsies. All right. Falcons get the ball back with 9:15 remaining in the second. Well, let's call in the punter. 45-yard punt. Returned for a gain of. I don't like where this is going. Wrong one. Send number 1 back. That's exactly what I was afraid of. Avery Williams goes back 2 yards, and it's a fumble! And I believe the Saints get it, and this could be even worse. They do. The Saints recover it, and this is returnable. Uh-oh. It is! Touchdown! The Saints get a special teams touchdown, of all things, as Avery Williams fumbles tries to get cute and return the punt return. He fumbles it, it gets knocked out, and someone on the Saints just picks it up and runs it right back for a score. Ew, extra point. That one's good. Okay. Finally, don't roll an X on something there. Yikes. As if things couldn't get any worse for the Falcons, they have a special teams blunder. Not like we've had a whole bunch of those on this series. No, not at all. Doesn't it figure? Avery Williams fumbles the punt return, and the Saints take advantage and return it to the house. 20-0 now. Saints now lead by 3 TDs as this game is getting uglier and uglier for the Falcons by the minute. No wonder they've only won 1 game. See, I'm at least delivering on that promise, but still, we could have done without this. All right, Falcons will have 5 minutes in the first half. The good news, I believe they get the ball to start the second half. Yes, they do. All right, so there's that silver lining, but still. If this gets any further, it's going to be a problem. That play has just not worked at all. All right, 3rd down and 10. 8 on a flat. Yeah, that's to the receiver. It's to Pitts. He will get nothing again. And the frustration just continues if you're the Falcons. Punt. No need to coffin kick it. 47-yarder from the 5. Turned for a gain of. That's going for 11. Saints will have it at their own 16 with 2.5 remaining. All right, 1st and 10 here. I'll try it, but the Falcons do see it coming. 10 on an end run only gets... Oh, 6. Okay, that's not bad. Kamara gets 6. All right, here we are. 2-minute warning. Everybody's got all their timeouts. Saints have the ball with a 2nd and 4 with 2 minutes remaining. Falcons do get the ball to start the second half as a gentle reminder here. So let's see what happens. 2nd and 4 as we pick this up. 11 on a flat. That's going to be an incompletion. Dalton was looking for Kamara there. And I guess 3rd and 4 it will be. 8 on a flat. That's going to Olave's card. And he goes the wrong way. Loses a yard. Ouch. That wasn't supposed to happen. At least Olave got a catch there. Meanwhile, the Falcons do take a timeout. That's their first. Pretty obvious why they're taking that one. I mean, duh. All right. Saints will have to punt it from their own 21. 8. We're looking at a 47-yard punt, I believe. Yeah, 47, 38, 18, 32. Return from the number 1 back for a gain of, please don't fumble it. Okay, that's not a fumble, so we avoid that fate this time. Oh, heaven forbid we need another one of those. Avery Williams at least calls for a fair catch, so he learns his lesson this time. Okay. At least he learned his lesson this time. Meanwhile, there's a minute 37 remaining in the second half. First half, excuse me. What are you doing? Put these away, me. Jeez. Technical difficulties. Kadarius Hodge comes into this game. I would rather have Cordero Patterson because he's a better receiving back, even though he hasn't caught anything, but why not? All right. Let's see if we can get something going here. Anything, Atlanta. 1st and 10. Saints still have all their timeouts, by the way. Oh, since that was guessed wrong, it goes down as an 8-yard completion to the Mary Bird. That's his first catch of the game, believe it or not. They have not been able to throw the ball very much. 2nd and 2. 4. 7 yards for Kyle Pitts in the first. And he wisely goes out of bounds on top of that. So that does help. All right. 1st and 10 again. Sure, why not? We'll try 1. 5 on a short. To the receiver, to Zacchaeus. And he gets nothing. Incomplete. All right. 2nd down. 5 on a flat. That's going for 7. So that brings up a 3rd and 3. So Zacchaeus does get 7 on that one. Meanwhile, as you just saw, Atlanta used their 2nd timeout to set this one up. So it's a 3rd down and 3. 4 on a flat. And Pitts will get 7 in the first and go out of bounds as a bonus. So that helps. So we're down to a minute now. No, you don't have 6 catches. You have 4. All right, there we go. Okay, 1st and 10 from the 39. I can't really do that. There we go. 7 on a short. Mariota's going to have to run, and the Falcons will have to hurry this up no matter what happens. No gain, even worse. Ew. So Mariota had to take off and instead doesn't get a thing. 2nd and 10. 4 on a flat. Interception roll, but it's only 2 or 12. Incomplete. It's looking for Bird. All right, 3rd down and 10. 8 on a flat. That's going to Pitts' card, and he will get 4. I'll try to figure out what I want to do with the time here in just a minute. So Pitts gets 4. Let's give him credit for that. How do I want to deal with the time here? I know Atlanta, I will tell you right now, is probably going to, yep, they're in field goal range. So they are going to try to kick the field goal here. And the Saints will actually be the ones calling timeout, we've decided, after a little while. So Saints will use their first timeout here. As Atlanta will attempt the field goal. It's Younghoe Koo from 52. All right, 2 through 7 or 12. Kick is up. And it is good. Finally, the Falcons get on the board. It took them long enough, but hey, they finally did it. Younghoe Koo from 52 yards out puts the Falcons in the scoring column 20-3. Which means if the Saints score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, well, we all know where it goes. Wait, does that work in reverse? I don't know. I don't even want to know. We'll figure it out. Oh, man. If it even happens, so. It'd be a nice troll job, though, I gotta admit. All right. If you know what I'm talking about, you know. All right. Kickoff time. Wrong dice. Saints will get it from the 5. And the number 1 back will have to return it. Um, 23 yards for Rashid Shaheed, so he gets up to the 28. And the Saints will have it with only a small amount of time, just 15 seconds. And 2 timeouts here. All right. You know what? I'm going to try it and mess around and see if I can get like a 1 random long shot here. 1st and 10. Ah, cool. Another fumbled dice. That's like the 3rd time I've done that today. Oh, boy. It's a fumble for the 3rd time today. Because I can't stop dropping my dice. Technically, since that's my 2nd personal foul for LD for doing that, I'm ejected from the game. So, bye, everyone. No, I'm just kidding. All right, try it again. Reroll. Nope. That's kind of what I thought would happen. Incomplete. Dalton was just chucking it towards Shaheed's way and hoping for the best. Let's try Olave, and then I'm giving up. Dalton's going to have to run it. Oh, that's funny. That's hilarious. At least he goes out of bounds. So he'll have enough time for 1 more play, but Dalton only gets a yard. That's hilarious. He does stop the clock, though, so I can just throw 1 more bomb to attempt to Shaheed and call it a day. All right, last play at a half. 11. Okay, so if I had selected short pass, that would have worked. That's hilarious. So good news, it's complete. Bad news, it's for 33 yards to Shaheed. And I say bad news because the half is over. So really all that does is pad his stats. Otherwise, yeah, that's going to be it. That really doesn't do anything in the grand scheme of things, I'm afraid. So, yeah, that is how the half ends, I'm afraid. And the Falcon, and in that one, I think it's safe to say, was all Saints. Every single part of it, pretty much. 20-3 at the half. Ouch. That hurts. That hurts. Ah, there we go. That's better. All right, let's take a look at the first half stats. Look at this. Passing offense for the Falcons has just been miserable. Their whole offense is miserable. Only 103 yards if my math is correct. That's just pitiful. even though this says otherwise, this actually isn't a nice line at all. It's like the inverse. He threw a pick, for crying out loud, okay? That is not a nice line, even though the yardage will say otherwise. Tyler Rozier's been really the only, and Kyle Pitts have literally been the only decent players. Otherwise, this is just a mess. Not having Drake London's getting them. This was going to be hard to begin with, but yeah, it just got even harder. So, and they're down 20-3, and they're run-based in this version. So, good luck. That's all I'm going to say. Young Wei Koo has the only points for them. The Saints side, that last pass put Andy Dalton over 150, so he's on pace for 300. He has thrown a touchdown to Juwan Johnson. Whoops. But he's actually been inaccurate a little bit, so that's a little bit of a concern. Alvin Kamara has been doing Alvin Kamara things. He's already got over 100 total yards and a TD. Had a fumble at the beginning of the game, but nothing came of it. I mentioned Johnson has the TD. And then, of course, the Saints has been actually doing very well here, too. This should read 2 for 3. My bad. Adebo picked off Mariota, and the special teams unit got themselves a touchdown off of a botched punt return. So that's how we get to 20-3, basically. So, yeah, not good. Wait, why is this showing the scoreboard operator? Get out of here. We don't need to see you. Get out of here. You've been causing trouble anyway, so. Anyway, speaking of causing trouble, we're going to go into the third quarter here. Falcons will get the opening kickoff, and hopefully they can do something with it, if anything. So, 20-3, Saints lead. All right. Oop, I need this. Second down. We're going to do it again. Free on a line buck, and it's 7 for Kamara, but that's enough, well, more than enough for the first. And he steps out somehow. I'll allow it. All right. First and 10, do it again. Oops. 10 on a flat, and that one's going for 25, perhaps. It's going for -5 because the play never happened. False start. Oops. Try it again. First and 15. Uh-oh. 2 through 7 or a 12. Well, there you go. It's a fun. Wait, where's this? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I screwed up. It should be first and 15. So that's where the fumble occurred. Okay, now it's a fumble. And the Falcons get it. Maybe. No, they don't. Jeez. Oh, they did get the fumble, and then the penalty flag came out. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. No, they still get it, but there's going to be a problem here. So the fumble recovery actually stands, I'm afraid, for Alvin Kamara, who does lose 2. Unfortunately, then someone on the Falcons got a little bit too full of themselves and committed a personal foul penalty. So they'll actually, unfortunately, now get pushed back 15 due to that. But at least they get the ball. But way to go, Falcons. You finally got something going for you, even if then you proceeded to do something incredibly stupid. Meanwhile, Grady Jarrett actually forces yet another fumble. And I think Carter's injured. So Ukandeje gets that one. We'll get credit for the fumble recovery. I believe that's his name. So yeah, Falcons get the ball, then lose their minds and commit a 15-yard personal foul penalty, because why not? But they still get at the 36, so they actually now have a golden opportunity to maybe score. Who knows? Okay, let's see what happens. All right, first and 10 here. I want Algier. All right, 1st and 10. Seven on an off tackle. It's just 2 for Algier. Okay, 2nd and 8. I'm missing a dice. There it is. 11 on a flat. You were going the wrong way. Jeez. It's a loss of a yard for Algier. And we're up to 3rd and 9 because why the heck not? 3 on a flat. And Kyle Pitts just got himself 24 yards. Oh, baby. All right, there we go. 1st down. Well, the Falcons did, in fact, decide to do something with it. About time! Kyle Pitts just caught a 24-yard pass, and we've got ourselves a 1st and 10 from inside the red zone, and finally the Falcons get in there for the first time today. Well, this is only going to be a 1-yard completion to Bird if it stands. It won't because the Saints were actually offsides. Wonderful job. You should try doing that more often. Give me the blocking back, Pruitt. And we got ourselves a 1st and 5 now. That's wonderful. Okay, 1st and 5. 10. And, well, there's the 5 yards. It's not enough for the touchdown, but Algier is on the doorstep at the very least. So, 5 yards. Should probably advance that. And it's 1st and goal to go right at the 1. 8 on an off tackle. No. Attempt number 1 fails. Attempt number 2. 2nd and goal from the 1. 9. That's better. It's a touchdown. The Falcons finally did it, ladies and gentlemen. They finally scored a TD. Took them long enough. My goodness. Took you 36 minutes plus to do it. Good grief. Younghoe Koo's extra point, meanwhile, is good. And there you go, folks. The Falcons finally have their first offensive touchdown of the day. Oh, man. And all it took was an Alvin Kamara fumble to pull it off. And they do manage to cap it off with a 1-yard TD run from Tyler Algier. And the deficit has now been cut to 10. 2010, Saints still lead, but at least this looks a little bit better than it did like a second ago. So, still got 8:45 left in the 3rd period, so plenty of time for the Falcons to mount a 10-point comeback. But they're going to have to do a lot better than they have been on offense if they want any shot at this. So, we'll see if they get it or not. Oh, Atlanta's back. Look at this. 1st and goal at the 8. They finally made it back here. All righty, 1st and goal to go from the 8. They've been moving the ball quite efficiently for once. Took them long enough. There's a 3-yard gain for Algier. So we'll start with that. We're now close enough to where I want the blocking back instead of Patterson, so we'll deal with that. 2nd and goal to go from the 5. 4 on an off tackle. 7, which means it's a touchdown. Tyler Algier strikes again, this time from 5 yards out. That's his 2nd rushing TD of the day. Younghoe Koo makes the extra point, and suddenly we're back. Well, the Falcons have clawed their way back from down 23, and now it's 2017. Well, their offense finally figured out how to move the ball. It took them a while, but they finally did it. And a very efficient drive there, capped off with a 5-yard TD run from Tyler Algier. He has 2 of those today. Very nice for him. And the Falcons have a shot. For a while, it looked like they were going to be hopeless. They were down 20-0, and they've scored 17 unanswered. So we'll see if this keeps up or if they're going to just randomly fall apart. You know, like they have in the past. Hopefully that doesn't happen in this game, unlike in, say, certain Super Bowls that ended terribly. Moving on. All right, here we go. 4th and 2, and we're not in Younghoe Koo field goal range. So that basically makes the decision for us. So I'm going to have to go for it. 4th and 2. What do I want to do if I'm the Falcons here? 4th and 2. That. And the Saints? You know what? Let's see if they can throw it. Oh, they guessed wrong. All right, 4th and 2. Why is Desmond Ritter's card showing? Get out of here. We'll need Mariota's card here in just a minute. Maybe. No, we won't. 10. And Mariota's getting 8. He got it. 1st down. Whew. Okay. Mariota picks up the 1st down on the surprise quarterback keeper. Managed to do it. Gutsy call, but it worked. Good job, Falcons, and you're within field goal range, too. So they have a shot to at least tie the game. All right, let's keep going. 1st and 10 from the 31 here. 4 on a line buck. I believe that's a short gainer. Oh, yeah, 1st down. And the Falcons will be in the red zone as Algier gets 12. All right. All right. They're right there, folks. They're right there. Actually, they guessed wrong, but so be it. Now they're guessing right. Okay, 1st and 10. From the 19. 1 yard, maybe? How about no? How about a penalty? Yeah, holding. How about a holding penalty? Yeah, I'd like those. Not. All right, so that's going to bring up 1st and 20, unfortunately. That does not help our cause at all. 8 on a line buck, and neither does that. No gain. Algier gets nothing. All right, 2nd down. They're going to miss this. The Saints will, but it might not go for very much. 9. Ha 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 ha. No. That doesn't go for anything either. Great. 3rd and 20. Have fun. 9 on a flat. This is facing the wrong way, so I can't see it. Wonderful. Let's go into Pitts. Who picks up 7 and gets to the 22. And I guess Younghoe Koo is going to have to come on to try and tie this game with a field goal. I can already tell you that right now. Yeah, I'm not messing with no 4th and 13. So here we go. Younghoe Koo from 39 yards out to tie the game. The kick is up. 22. And he makes it. It doinks off the crossbar, but it goes in anyways. Kick is good. And the Falcons have miraculously tied this game despite being down 20-0. They come all the way back. They did it. They freaking did it. I don't know how, but they did it. 20 all. One problem. Saints still have 3:15 to do something. I mean, they can even end this game if they wanted to. So, I don't know. This is going to be close, folks. This is going to be a close one. We'll stick with it here. Last 3:15. We may actually have our first overtime of this playthrough. We've never had that so far. I mean, we've had play overtime games in the roll-throughs, but never on this so far. Okay, our scoreboard operator's got to fix that. There we go. All right, kickoff time. It's a touchback for the Saints. They'll get it at the 25. Okay. 3:15. Everybody's got all their timeouts. Let's see what the Saints do here. They've been kind of getting slowed down offensively a little bit here. Like Falcons D has just tightened up here. So let's see if what they do from the 25. 1st and 10 here. And they're starting off with a flat pass to Kamara. That should be 1st down. Okay, we're good. 4 and a flat. It's an interception roll, but it's only a 2 or 12. Well, there was half of it, but that's an incompletion. Incomplete to Kamara. 2nd down. This is actually going to get missed, this off-tackle run. And Kamara is going to go ahead for 3 if this holds. Yeah, it will. So the 3-yard run holds. We have ourselves a 3rd and 7 then as a result thereof. No, I'll give it to Johnson. 8, it's going to Johnson, sure enough. And Johnson will get 10 in the 1st as he goes out of bounds at the 38. So Johnson picks up 10, and we've got ourselves a 1st down. Just get everybody their yardage. Next play is going to be the 2-minute warning, so it's a 1st and 10 here. Falcons will miss this. 10 on a short. Ooh, close. Incomplete. There's your 2-minute warning, by the way. They were looking for Raheed Shaheed, and nope. No dice there. Okay. 2-minute warning. We've got ourselves a 2nd and 10. 7. Oh, dear. Yep, short gain for Jarvis Landry. That's what I was afraid of. 14 for him in a 1st. Wait, where are we? Oh, yeah. Okay, so they're at the 49. My bad. 1st down. And Landry went out of bounds. Okay. Let me give Landry his yards. All right, 1st and 10 again. Yay. From almost midfield. 8. To the receiver, to Olave, who is not going to get anything. Incomplete. Second and 10. Try Kamara. 8 on a flat. To the receiver, to Kamara. He is going to get... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The Falcons better hope this penalty counts. It won't. They were offsides. And, of course, Dalton does the old trick where he throws it deep, and Kamara's just wide open, and he scores a touchdown. It would have gone for 54 yards, but he scores on a 49-yard TD. No way. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? Oh, that is just brutal. That's Kamara's 2nd TD of the day. This one on a 49-yard botched play or something. I don't know. Lutz's extra point is good. Ouch. That was probably the most Falcons way I could think of blowing it right there. Not only were they offsides, but they just let Kamara just run wild. And yeah, 49 yards later, there you go. He just scores. Idiots. What were you thinking there? Saints are back in the lead after that. Oy. Good job by Alvin Kamara. At least you got what you needed to do. But, man, the Falcons could have done without that. All right, they've got a minute 37 to respond. They've got 3 timeouts, too. All right. And they're going to have to go 75 yards. All right, well, at least they got all 3 timeouts. This is no big deal. I mean, now we're going to have to throw the football. This is not what they want to be doing, but they have no choice. All right, give me Pitts. Give me Zacchaeus. Where's Patterson at? He's my receiving back. There he is. Probably not going to run it at this point, so good luck on this one. All right, 1st and 10 here. Yeah, of course New Orleans was thinking pass, so was the Falcons. Here we go, 137. Can they pull it off? First pass. Oh, God, interception roll. Isn't this wonderful? Unless it's a 6 through 10. No, incomplete. Whew. Okay. Mariota was looking for Patterson, and the defender knocked it away. Okay, we'll take that. We'll take that. Okay, 2nd down and 10. 2. Okay, 2 through 5. This is a completion. That is an incompletion. We're looking for Pitts. All right, this is going to bring up a 3rd down now. This is not good. 5 on a short. To the receiver, to Zacchaeus. He will get nothing. Incomplete yet again, and this is it. This is for the game, essentially. 4th down. They have no choice but to go for it here. Yeah, I got to throw in the Pitts and hope for the best. All right, 4th down. Wait, have I been doing this? 1, 2? No, I didn't. Okay, nice try, me. Forgot to move the clock. Nice going. All right, 4th down. This is for the game. 4. No, incomplete. Mariota was looking for Kyle Pitts and found nothing. It's a turnover on downs. Ouch. And, of course, the Saints will get it right at the 25. Doesn't that figure? Oh. Literally the only saving grace for the Falcons here is that they at least have all their timeouts. And we know what the Saints are going to do. Spoiler, it'll be a bunch of running plays, but yeah, they're going to have to hope for this field goal to get missed, and then they're going to probably have about 37 seconds left to try to do something. That's assuming the field goal misses, and they can stop them on the side. All right, 1st and 10 here. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, there we go. 1st and 10. Of course, we're going to run it. That one's pretty obvious. First play is, a 1-yard loss. The D doesn't count on that one, but it doesn't matter because the Falcons will obviously take timeout number 1 there. Okay, so there's 1. That's 2nd and 11. 9 on an off tackle. 6 this time for Kamara. He gets down to the 20. There's another timeout for the Falcons. Kamara is now going over 100 yards rushing. 3rd and 5. You know what? Let's do it. And they're not going to see this at all. This is going to be a complete fake. All right, Saints are going to get cute and pass it, surprisingly. And that's going to do it. 9 yards to Juwan Johnson. Falcons used their last timeout, but the reality is that basically ends the game. Let me get Juwan Johnson his 9 yards there. And I believe 2 victory formations are going to be needed. Yes, sir. 2 victory formations it is, and that's the ball game. And the Saints win on a wild one. For a moment, I thought it looked like the Falcons might come back and complete it, but nope. They decided to Falcon it. What else is new? All right, well, that was a very depressing ending if you're the Falcons. They did make a spirited attempt there, but, it just... their defense decided to just collapse at the end. What else is new? That seems to be what they're known for. Offensively, at least Tyler Algier got some work done. 26 carries, 94 yards, and 2 TDs. That's pretty good. Passing game was a mess, but this version of the Falcons is not known for throwing the ball. Mariota had 156 in the pick. Awful completion percentage. And outside of Kyle Pitts, nobody did anything in the receiving front. This is what happens when you don't have your top target. Sadly, he's not going to be back till the next game for these guys. So at least you'll get Drake London back. But man, you could see what happens when he wasn't around. And this is just plain old unlucky. The Falcons did force a turnover. Both teams had... Okay, the Falcons had one. The Saints got forced two. So there is that. And Grady Jarrett had the game's only sack of the game. Otherwise, kind of depressing effort from the Falcons. This was basically the Alvin Kamara show, if we're being honest. He got 187 total yards, 2 TDs, 1 on the ground, and one on the ground, and then that one through the air for 49 yards that basically sealed this game. And then it came on an offsides penalty too, of all things, because why not? Otherwise, Dalton actually did really well, 281 and 2 TDs. Olave, that line's just nutty. Juwan Johnson had the other receiving TD. He had 7 for 70 in a TD. And then their special teams got a fumble, too, returned for a TD off of a botched punt return. Adebo also had a pick for Mariota as well. So there you go. It's 27-20. Saints get their 3rd win of the year and at least still have a shot at the NFC South crown, as I mentioned. The leader's only at 4-4, so I guess they can still catch up to the Bucs. Falcons are a lowly 1-8, so they're virtually assured the worst record in their playthrough for at least another week. So, oi, that was just depressing, and that's why they're 1-8. All right, that's going to do it from me. 27-20 Saints. See, told you bad teams games could be exciting too, in their own sick, twisted way. So, anyways, that's going to do it from me. You know what buttons to hit, and I will see you on the next episode where I will actually pick good teams this time. So, we'll see what the scheduling gods give me. But with that, peace out, y'all.